exactly. That word. Was there the discussion that because of this PKTT is not, it wasn't, right? Because we were just beating around the bush to say this is how we're moving, and anything else that's not there, we're not going to mention it. We're moving like this. But did you, the other deputy minister and the minister have a discussion in particular on the 21st or 22nd of May around that time where there was an agreement that you're going to disband the PKTT because it doesn't fit into how we want to move as the ministry?
Yeah, I'll answer that by talking to the presentation through you, Chair, that we made to the committee, wherein we submitted that there will be a phased-in approach on the issue of the PKTT. And this presentation, when it was presented to the committee, the delegation was led by the minister and the national commissioner. And I said, that is the presentation that was made by SAPS to the committee on what is going to happen. And that's what is happening.
Okay, so before we get to that meeting, I'm saying, was there the discussion? So you're saying that the discussion you had with you and the two deputy ministers, the discussion in November was around a phased-out approach. And then that was presented in the portfolio committee later.
No, there was a discussion around the dissolution of the PKTT before the letter. And then the letter came and there were interactions that led to the presentation that we made.
Okay. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, and it is that presentation says this is the perspective of how this process should unfold. We are presenting to the committee. That's what I'm saying. When I say we, I mean led by the minister and the national commission.
So there was an agreement between the two deputy ministers and the minister that the PKTT must be disbanded. So you were just shocked when you saw the letter because you didn't, I'm asking, you didn't expect that it was going to be issued as a directive on New Year's Eve. Were you surprised that the letter was sent, or were you surprised about the content, about the disbandment?
It's the letter.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And what it was saying should happen and how.
Okay. And then let's go to the portfolio committee meeting. You attended, and then towards the end, we had the KZN commissioner mention Brown Mokosi implicated the minister for knowing him. Did you have a debriefing after that as deputy ministers and the minister about what happened in the portfolio committee meeting?
We were on virtual. We're not... physically.
So you don't have. So you.
I think I was in Cape Town myself. Yeah. Yeah.
So you didn't, because you earlier today you said generally before you go into portfolio committee meetings you have a caucus. Yeah. So only when it's physical sitting, not when it's virtual.
The issue of the briefings depending on where we are. All of us, if we are not in Pretoria or here in Cape Town, we'll do it virtual. Okay. And of course, the issue of Mokosi, we will not have had a briefing, because if we had had a briefing, it will not have reached the portfolio committee.
No, I'm saying after. So a debriefing. When it came up, it was like, that was a hot meeting.
Yes.
What was the KZN commissioner on about? There was no discussion. You just went your own separate ways and life went on until we had the media briefing. Is that what happened?
No, not until we have the media briefing. The issue was raised, who is this Mokosi? Yeah.
Yeah, now tell us about that. How
no,
was
I'm
it?
saying...
we want to know. That's what we're here for.
No, after that...
So who did you have it with?
Hello? With the minister.
And?
No, I don't recall whether Natcom
You
was
do
there,
record.
but
There's no way you don't record that.
no,
I'm
no,
sure
no,
you
no.
even went through it in your head a few times.
No, well, it might have been discussed more than once, but what I know is that the matter was raised with the minister, who is this Mkhotsi. Yeah, and he assured us that there is nothing untoward about it. Yeah.
And then just two more things that I wanted to talk to you about. So you are, and we've highlighted, you are a seasoned government official, holding many ministerial positions over the years, a seasoned ANC politician. So were you shocked when you heard claims that, well, we don't know if it's true, it's still allegations apparently, that the minister is engaging a business person who has a tender, and I mean, it's one of the top 5 tenders in the SAPS. So whether you are involved in the process or not, it doesn't mean that you don't know about it.
Yeah.
To finance their campaign. Was that something that shocked you?
Repeat your question, please.
Okay, so former Minister Cele
Yeah.
says that when he engaged Kat Maklala,
Yeah.
he said that the minister had approached him to finance his presidency or his deputy presidency for the African National Congress.
Yeah.
Did that surprise you, that that's what happens, where we approach, within the political space, we approach business people, corporates or whatever to finance political leadership contestation?
Yeah. Look, the ANC, well, like the other comments that you made, that I'm a veteran and experienced on government committee things. No, I'm not. I think I'm learning, and one day probably I will become experienced, and I'll
I'm
be
not knowing who is running your health department.
No, I'm
your
saying
health screening.
I'm saying the day I become what you say I am,
the minister
is still coming. In the ANC, you have people who the ANC have got an approach on what to do and what not to do and how to do what you want to do, and there are individuals in the organization who choose to position themselves and doing anything that they think can make them arrive where they want to arrive. When it emerges that so and so has done this and that, some of the things unthinkable. Fortunately, I was fortunate enough to have worked with men and women who taught me the working of the organization and also prepared me not to be shocked when certain individuals do things that are an ANC. It doesn't matter who they are, even if the person is a president of the organization. If they act in a manner that is not in sync with the organization, I don't get shocked. I understand, it's possible that a person can betray the cause, because our cause, it's very complex, very difficult, very long. We are here today because of the challenges and the dynamics of the liberation struggle itself. You will have individuals from time to time who get compromised or who are part of the machinery, but they are there to serve a cause that has got nothing to do with the liberation struggle. They are being handled by other people. And at the right time, they make them do things that reverses the gain that we might have made at any given stage. So when such things happen, you must know it's possible, it can happen. Don't lose hope on the cause,
you weren't surprised.
because things like this will happen, and it has happened many a times
Yeah,
where
like with
people
Phala.
where people close to you were working with, they betray you. It has happened to me. I was detained and I got expelled from college, and when I was challenging that expulsion, we were given affidavit, and as we were going through the affidavit, I found one of the people who was an activist from the college who has explained everything under the sun that betrayed
DM
the
is
cause.
talking about his
But
college things.
we didn't get despondent. We understood that
So
and
you're
said
not
it can
despondent.
happen.
I get you, DM.
Yeah.